This is Baboka, but he's also changed his name to Borax now in honor of the late, great Jerix.
So you'd think he knows a lot about OG.
You'd think so.
Yeah, probably some good ideas how they like to play some Dota. What I really appreciate is that this Weaver did stay in the 4, because I think that's the correct way to play it versus this Tiny. I think that's like the role you want to be in. I think a core Weaver suffers pretty heavily versus the Tiny, because then there's even more incentive to just blow you up before you have a chance to get off your ulti. And the reason why I was expecting this like Ursa, Ricky, weird hero is because you kind of know that they're locked into like an IO +1 lane. Like the Gyro is a go-to, the Luna is a good go-to, so OG banned some of the more consistent ones. But historically, your other heroes, that's kind of the pool they've now fallen down into of like Ursa, CK, you know,
Ricky. You just won't let it go.
He's bad, dude. He's
so
real bad.
But I like the Dart. The Dart's very neat.
Yeah, off-lane Ricky's legit. One Ricky's not legit.
Well, here we go. Game at number 1.
I just ruined someone's pub.
You definitely did.
Someone's just like, oh, I'm going to queue up right now.
At Trent Packs.
You know the worst part is that you also buy Meteor Hammer, but it works.
It does.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But this game, OG facing off against Aster. Again, a battle for... I think that this is going to be the thing that's really interesting to watch, right? OG came in, game number 1. They did a lot of voice lines, like they're doing right now. But the other thing that they did was they looked incredible. Particularly like that first game of the day that I felt like we watched. Aster really, really didn't. It was a painful day for them, and obviously coming in without their mid player. Now they got him. This is the opportunity. It's like if you have a bad day in groups, I feel like there's almost no better way to like try and turn it back around than just be like, yeah, it's that other guy. You know, he was the problem.
Yeah,
here.
it's
exactly.
True. You don't usually have that as a TI team.
Exactly.
Yeah, no one's ever subbed out a player and brought someone else in.
But this is the time.
Yeah.
Will it happen? Will Aster be able to redeem themselves? The crowd is going wild with anticipation.
For both teams.
That's true. Well, you're always going to cheer for the 2-time TI champions. OG wanting to maintain it. Now, the other thing that we saw in that last series that we cast of OG was Seb buying 3 crowns, preemptively calling out his shot.
Yes, of course.
Let's see if he does it again here. Probably not on this hero.
No triple crown build today, I don't think.
Sad.
I don't think he needs Atos Veil on his Earthshaker.
Horn sounds. And off to the races we will go. Anything that really stands out is interesting. We've got the Ring Vasilius for the Skywrath. Mr. Sucks himself.
It's a good item.
I like it.
I remember one of the TIs, everyone thought Bassi was bad, and like the first game, OG bought 4 of them, and then everyone was buying Bassi. It's probably TI9, because everyone was just copying them. You know, they were more concerned about their games at TI9 than they were at TI8, obviously.
Wow, that's a good point, yeah. They're starting to pay more attention. To win one time, it's going to happen again. So you can see in this mid lane, White Album going to face off against Hobson playing on the Storm Spirit. And, well, across all 3 of these lanes, kill potential will be interesting to watch. Obviously, as an Ursa, you can try and put the bully on for Seb and doing a good job of it.
Yeah, I think bottom's very interesting because you have to take the Fisher level 1 as the Earthshaker, right? Because you want to block the wave back and get in a good position. And so they know there's not going to be any sort of like a totem, and that he can't be level 2 having the totem and the Aftershock. So the trades are going to favor Monet for the first 2 levels, but 1 and 2. Only at 3 is there like something else for Seb where he can like actually totem and stun you. So it's very interesting as to like how much of your regen you want to commit as OG, because this is an IO.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Monet, will he go down though? All the regen coming from Lanham, it's not going to be enough, and has the salve going now. So yeah, I mean, I guess the flip side to this is that the wave is it doesn't feel great. That can't feel good as Seb.
No, I wouldn't say so. I feel like he might be rearing that one a little bit. Now come back at level 1. We'll make it in time, of course, for the waves. It's not the worst deal, but I mean, he was already getting his mana back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the plus side is that you're able to burn through the salve, but yeah, this is what Monet is definitely going to be somewhat happy with. Getting some of those. I mean, he can get this damage on, though. This is deadly. Seb has to be careful. Can't afford to go down now, and will manage to make his escape. That was
5 stacks.
Wow.
He was dead. One more click. All right, well, very happy. I'm sure that he's going to get that back.
Mid. So far, 15 and 12, but Thompson carrying 2 creeps with him should keep him right even there with the Storm Spirit. Forex in the meantime will get a good chunk of damage down to Noto. Has creeps
Yeah,
following
he's
him
level
too.
2, man. This is the Danger Weaver.
Oh,
He's dead.
dead.
And even Sumail also, like, kind of baiting a little bit there, keeping his HP low, but Forax knows better.
Again, for anybody out there that's been missing the memo, Weaver so strong in the support route because of those bugs and just laying down the swarm on top of people. It lowers the armor so quickly, and then you have a choice of, do I trade hits or do I kill the bugs on me? And oftentimes the answer is just run away, but not quick enough.
Soxa, I see, not super happy with his lanes. Look at this. He's just running at these couriers down bottom.
Look at this.
He does. This is, again, we've watched OG several games in a row now, and he does this a lot. He places this deep ward, and he just goes for the courier kills. And that really, really hurts an IO. Because like, the whole point of IO is just buying a bunch of regen and sending it out.
Mid lane, Thompson almost brought down White Album there. Getting really close. And instead, oh my god, it's just a deny there.
He's just suiciding. Yeah, we're
That's
good.
fine. Thompson chasing White Album. Looking for that rune. He has another round of toss, and he got him.
There you go.
Pull back, though. And White Album gets healed back up. Atlanta making the rotation, and now Thompson going to fall. Wasn't worth it. Oh, but he's getting hit by those little freaking Vul Assassins. They're the worst. Oh, he salved during it.
Oh, salving during Vul Assassins.
Dude, the envenomed weapon.
This guy's still sick.
Yeah. So it reduces the regen so much. Oh, that's unfortunate.
So he's trying like highlighting over this. Wait, what's going on here?
What happened? Well, nonetheless, they're still going to have the water rune, so that will keep him back up and should be fine. So out of the early gate, nothing really to write home about. Obviously, the Thompson death, not what you want to see for OG fans, but still going to be fine on this Tiny. Hey, traded some hits there with Seb. Went for the jump away. Some right clicks down and forces him back. Still only level 3 on this Ursa. Seb, after that initial pressure, has been able to have a nice time in this bot lane.
Yeah, part of that from Soxa like running away, right?
Oh, chance, opportunity, overpower. Not gonna go for it.
Really good timings on these slows from Soxa. It's like finding that perfect moment where like draws them in deep enough that it's like ruining the lane equilibrium, and then he gets the slow so they don't get the finish on the kill. And then Seb can just retreat back, heal up, and hope for this wave to push back out. Unfortunately, this time not getting it. And Soxa, he actually got that courier. Man, keeps on sniping them down there, just barely. No.
Oh my god!
No.
What? Oh,
he got the
uphill.
miss.
Oh, he had that one. Sumail chased. Did they have enough there? It doesn't look like it. So they will be able to get out of there with Sumail. And obviously heals back up. Has the stick charges once he's down to full agi.
I was thinking, Lanup's got to send out a sentry, right? Like, and he has one, but unfortunately, of course, his courier's dead. And by the time it comes out, the ward's going to be dead. So if he sentries this blank hill, I'm just going to be depressed for him.
Yeah, won't be good. Seb, again, going in.
Nice silence.
Lots of damage, amped up. Chasing down onto Seb. Another round. Dude,
White
he's
Album.
playing this so safe. White Album, Monet, he's alive on nothing.
brutal.
40 HP as the chase down comes. And that is a 6-0 start for Aster.
Oh, man. Puck players and Storm players, if you get too close to the tower, they are just so hungry for that rotation. Storm usually is like lacking on the mana. It's a bit easier for the puck players, but finding an opportunity like that is so good for a Storm this early in the game.
Rax had Sakuchi, but Sumail playing very close with his HP. So in spite of the 6-kill lead, Aster ahead of OG in that regard, they're still doing quite well in terms of net worth, it feels like. And yeah, No-Tail gives a little tip after getting the D word. God. There's some great voice line chat going on. Aster, they're not backing down from it.
Don't get too distracted now. Gotta make sure you're still playing some Dota when you're playing the mental warfare here. Soxa going for another good ward here. Like, he's not trying to like hide them in crazy places, just a pillar ward. Might have been spotted because of that ward there from Aster, and now he wants to go for a kill.
Oh, I think the White Album realized it though.
Yeah, I mean he has the ward, so he knows he's lurking in that area somewhere. He might not be sure if he's rotated out, and Borax is gonna go have a look. Oh well, there he is on the ward anyway, so now they're well aware.
So far, so good from Aster. I mean, this is an entirely different team that we saw yesterday. Like, I don't remember who it was that we were watching, but they didn't even look like it was on the same pedigree. This time around, net worths are even. It feels like they're making the good rotations.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And OG gonna need to come up with some answers. Again, 6-0, not the end of the world, but from where I think a lot of people were expecting this game to go, it's looking like it's actually going to be competitive.
Yeah, a lot of that will just be continuing to keep the snowball moving for the Ursa, right? Top of the net worth, has the IO in play this game, so that usually means that we're going to be playing around the first Roche and then relocate ganks. Now, speaking of ganks,
tries to do it. Thompson looking for the toss back. Can he find it? Not quite quick enough. That was a 4-hero rotation bottom, trying to find a kill. Not going to be able to get it. Sumail now, taking a lot of damage himself from XXS.
Just free damage, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely worked into right there.
Silence. Oh, they baited out the avalanche. Thought he was going to zip in. Nicely played by White Album to recognize the danger there. Meanwhile, up top, continuing to go in on Sumail. They've got him fully boxed in. Has the bugs on him. Relocate afterwards. The net, they caught him. Oh, nicely played. The bug stays no matter where you go, and Sumail, he's going to fall. Dude, that Helm of the Dominator creep, that was some good stuff. But in the meantime, Thompson going to be able to claim this tier 1 tower mid. So, nothing free. You're playing against OG.
Yeah, but at least, you know, they will indeed get that top tower and perhaps could make a rotation through the jungle, right? Like, this is now XXS's home, as Seb will also get it with TP. Beastmasters, they like to play in a very specific area. You know, we've been showing some heat maps today. I'm sure in like 10 minutes, the Beastmaster heat map is going to be basically just top, right?
Yes.
Unless they want to get like really active in defenses on that bottom and mid lane. Oh, speaking of, man, look where Thompson's playing. He always takes these deep curves. It means that he's late for ganks sometimes, but this is why he gets solo kills sometimes, you know? He doesn't do like the straight beeline.
Well, and
now he's in a strange spot because of this.
Yeah, well, that's what's funny about this. I mean, they might be able to make something happen. They hit onto Thompson, realize he's there, now get the vision.
Look
Have
at
a toss.
this guy.
Well played.
The angles, man.
That was very well done.
He's just way out there on the curve. They don't see it coming. It's costly because if he doesn't get that kill, he's not farming during that time period. And this is partially why we've seen him falling further down the net worth chart than we're used to for Thompson. But they're allocating way more of their farm towards like Sumail in these games. But not so much this game because you know, connects on it with some help on that gank and mostly just been hitting creeps in this one.
That's what he needs to do. And I think that if we're sort of thinking about sort of the macro way that this game is going to play out, you talk about the Beastmaster staying up top. Is there sort of a similar hero that you see from OG? Because like Seb, I feel like kind of just wants to farm to get his items, but
yeah, that's the problem with Shaker, right? Is that if your lane doesn't go so well, I mean, his was like okay, just like an average lane.
Yeah.
Shaker still has that issue of like, I'm gonna be down here for the next like 6 minutes, guys.
Right.
The best thing you can do to help your Earth Shaker is take towers, right? Because it gives him more space to farm and it gives him some gold.
Already taking mid, definitely highlight, and the rest of the team of OG going to group together now to take this bottom tier 1 tower as well. There is a catapult mid for Aster, and it looks like they are going to try and pressure this one with that. But the question is, will there be a rotation from OG? There's already an Ice Blast flowing out. Yeah, mass rotations head over this way. Borax, recognizing the danger, will back out. Thompson. Oh, they stick around a little bit too long. They got White Album in the area too. Moves on in, finds him there, pull back, a couple right clicks, goes through. And that dude, he's done. Eventually. Wait, mid. Oh. Quick blow up there. Borax got caught. It happens in a second. That's all it takes.
I mean, that's a dangerous support too. Very reminiscent of how LGD were playing before with, what was theirs? Sky Clock? Yeah, so, I mean, harder for the stuns, sure, but equally as deadly in terms of damage. And like we said, XSS occupying some territory up here. Just annex control over the dire jungle, turning into Aster's turf. But likewise, you know, maybe we'll see OG make a rotation in that bottom lane, but if they do, there's a lot of Aster heroes there right now. They feel confident enough to perhaps go towards the dire triangle.
You know, I want to see really how this game plays out over the next couple of minutes too, because these types of moves that you're talking about, heading into this triangle, if they go for it, or just you know the getting the Helm of the Overlord online for that Beastmaster, this is what I expected to be the tempo of this TI, of like pressuring down towers, constantly pushing. And we haven't really seen it yet, but this is the game where they need to do it.
It's really interesting how Aster just played that, though. They TP'd into the bottom jungle, right? And they were all together. I thought they were going to smoke. So like 4 heroes there, but in reality, they were just helping to cover the runes. They sent an illusion top to look. They went bottom with the Storm. He gets the Arcane rune. And, you know, Storm players, they're very keen on runes. It's like how you play this hero, right? Is you essentially need the power runes to try and accelerate yourself to that first item, because all you have is movement and like a puny little stun. And then you got like a ton of damage. But you need that extra mana from the rune, and of course you also just need that little bit of oomph to your team fight.
There's going to be another smoke up now coming. Topson, Soxa going together in the top. They're going to run into 3 heroes, as it looks like. Over to the side, a jump in, White Album there, and the relocate afterwards. They get the stun. Avatos, is it enough? No! Storm able to back out of that one, stay alive, and, well, they're going to not quite manage to catch onto the Sky. But still, a big kill onto Topson.
Yeah, and Borax, he can help split and share the Skywrath Mage ulti, and then he can just ulti after himself with the time lapse. Yeah, it's like he medic'd up his buddy, and then he just goes back to full HP.
Very nice from them, and this is going to lead into potentially a Roche. Yeah. Big plays here for Aster.
All right, but it is Seb's time, right? He has the blink. Okay, he's prepared. Question is, do they feel confident to do something about it? And well, they're gonna be too late either way. They actually, interesting, they smoke up No-Tail and Soxa, and they split. Soxa goes bottom, No-Tail goes top. So No-Tail is like kind of like fake covering over his Earthshaker, right? While smoked up, so he can dodge the vision from the Beastmaster. So the Beastmaster they know that he's gonna see the Shaker, but No-Tail will be hidden. And that's what they're doing with the Sky now too. They're essentially trying to bait Aster in using the advanced vision of the Beastmaster. Very clever.
Will it work though? I'm not sure.
Well, they're just sitting under the Hawk smoked,
yeah,
letting them know it's there.
Yeah.
And now you leave without killing the Hawk. So they're trying to bait them. Like they feel safe right now on Aster. Will they actually get punished is the question.
It doesn't look like it. No. I think that OG is realizing that even with the sort of, you know, vision advantage that they had in that instance, if they're together, it's so hard to find a disaster lineup.
I mean, it's just so smart not to kill that bird, though. Like,
True.
honestly.
Yeah.
So many people just kill that bird, and then that ward's just gone.
True enough.
There's no value there.
Well, they do almost have this Helm of the Overlord now, and a 3,000 gold lead for Aster. I don't know, like the combination of what Aster has at this point in time, and like OG, they went for a Dragonlance on Sumail.
It's almost there, sir.
Yeah, like I really feel like...
Is this one of those games where the Helm of the Overlord comes out and the creep never dies and Aster wins?
I think that's what's maybe going to happen here.
It feels like one of those games.
Topson jumps in to find X. This is the perfect play if they can get it in time, but the relocate coming in. They find Seb, tries to blow him up. Oh, but the blow up! Monet ends up falling. Seb takes him down, and the relocate. Is he going to come back in time? Lanham gets pulled away, and now Monet, he's a sad bear all alone. Run away, Panda. You got nowhere to go. The avalanche, the toss, the control. It was supposed to be so good.
You know that cosmetic on the bear with the little one on the back? You know his name's Little Dipper?
Oh.
You know who the Little Dipper was there?
Who was that?
That was Lana.
Oh,
he dipped out.
Yeah, he did.
See ya.
Oh, man, that was rough. Because, again, it was all coalescing together. And, like, you know, you've got freaking Sumail at this point who's gone, like, Falcon Blade Dragonlance. He's now getting towards that Aghanim Scepter, but think about how strong that timing would have been with Aegis from Aster. And OG, they just take perfect... they take advantage of just a mistake and punish very, very well.
Oh, that's a good reveal for the Blink Dagger, that's for sure.
Oh,
good
yeah.
First fight for Seb. And now moving towards the Aghanim Scepter. OG certainly getting one good fight. And what else do they need here? More Seb plays, more support smoke-ups. Always going to be good. Assuming that Aster are probably just going to try and start grouping up a little bit with said Helm of the Overlord, though.
So the big question I have is when this Aghanim Scepter comes out from Sumail, that we know it's on its way. Actually, no, went for the Manta instead.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's an Orchid on the Storm, so...
Yeah, he has to do this.
Yeah, doesn't have a defensive support, really. Would have to count on just, like, Fishers, and then the Fishers end up being too defensive, and you don't have them for the turn. In the team fight, that is.
I mean, maybe the Skywrath Mage makes up for it. Like, I always think about, like, the Morph Shaker just being this, like, crazy, strong, impossible thing to deal with. But
Oh, it'll come later.
right.
We'll get there.
Seb, good jump away. Looking for No Tail now. Not finding him. Jukes jives. Gets away. And No Tail's like, guys.
No Tail wants to fight. They have creep vision.
Okay. Ice Blast. Ooh. Almost called his mark there with the You're Dead, but couldn't quite get it in time.
There it is. The ancient granite golem. He finally found himself an ancient creep. They kept killing them all. So
Oh.
XSS couldn't get one. So now he is equipped. And
Double
we're setting him in.
Jeez. They just blow him up there. So a good jump from Aster, and with the big creep, and now able to move in and take over the outpost again. There's definitely some potential here to be some Death Ball Dota. As White Album takes the DD, backs away, but
there you go.
they catch, they kill. And you know what happens when you get Sumail Storm Spirit? It gets dangerous. Even when it's in Morphling version.
Not quite as scary.
No, well, you know. Still pretty cool. 10-6. Still just that 2,000 gold separating the two rosters. And Aster kind of stalling out the past few minutes, waiting for that BKB on Monet.
Yeah, it gets a little awkward too once you've like taken some of the towers, because like it feels like moving to the area isn't as valuable. But you're shutting down the farm of OG. Sure, you're not gaining as much, but you know, compared to your enemy, comparatively, of course, you're doing better. You're gaining more. They're not getting as much. You're losing a hero. Oh,
That's not the way that was supposed
that
to go.
hood.
Yeah.
Jeez, I am really surprised that saved him.
And again, another
Like
instance
just enough.
of like all this vision that's down from OG. That's going to give a little tip there.
That's kind of a crazy hood buy
Yeah.
over a mech. That's some big brain stuff there from Lana.
There's so much magical damage. Thompson tosses back. XXS gets hit. Chase down now. They have the Diffusal Blade. Thompson trying to TP out. Is it going to be in time? No. So Aster find themselves quick kill and continue to hold.
That was a bold TP.
Yeah.
Thompson's really believing in the the
I mean,
armor, I guess, you know.
There's nowhere else to go, but yeah, it's a rough one. So yeah, I'm still wondering when this Ags comes out. Like, I really feel like Aster need to hit this timing when the BKB comes out on the Ursa if they want to try and shut this one down. Like, if he gets that Aghanims, how dangerous of a timing is that for OG?
On the Ursa, like, eventually?
No, on the Morphling.
Oh,
the
sorry,
ag-
I was
the
looking
Ag
confused. Yeah,
Shaker.
sorry. I mean, yeah, that's like their big timing, I would say. Like, that's pretty much all they're playing for at this point on OG is the Aghanims. They're just like stalling out. I was just gonna say that the thing that's most surprising to me right now is that the least active hero has actually been Borax. Right? Like he's 1-1 and 2. As you know, he kind of showed up for like a little bit of the map movements and stuff, but a lot of his game has been spent just like down here pushing out this dead lane and you know, trying to limit the amount of kills that OG can get. Very interesting, though, and does have the Spirit Vessel. Also took the Tome there, too. And is considering that Aghanims as well. Because we have the AA, we have the Sky, you know, that Ags is a ton of burst damage. You can catch someone after the initial burst, and, like, you know, halfway through the big combos between the Tiny and the Sky, that's completely fight and game winning.
Oh, I don't know if that was a visual bug or not, or if they saw what was going on, but the jump to Thompson's not going to connect. Now looking for Seb, now looking for No Tail, now looking for a way out, and he is gone! White Album overextending, but now the turn, they take down Seb. And Lenham living on absolutely nothing. You know, that pipe keeping him alive. XXS trying to back away. Avatos yet again, wait for him through, in some trouble.
The Hex.
And they got him caught for the kill, and well, the bugs, it's gonna be enough for the right click down. No Tail appreciating what Sumail is doing here in this game.
I love Big Bull.
You talking to me?
It's pretty good.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Oh man.
That is that's a Storm Spirit play right there. Going in like that, like when you don't have. Well, here's the thing. He actually does have good vision forward right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the issue.
Radiant's middle tower is
It
under
again
attack.
is one of those instances where, like, you know, we talk about Rubik all the time, but
Yeah,
Sumail there
yeah.
switching into the Weaver. getting the bugs on it, it's devastating.
It's probably his best copy this game, right? Yeah, I think it probably is. Shikuchi and having the minus armor. That's a pretty tough one to beat.
Obviously, once the Aghanim Scepter comes out, there's going to be the transformation into Seb that they can work with.
Yeah. That, you know, later, that one's obviously very, very good. But until there's an Aghanims,
Yeah.
we're only working on enemies. But yeah, so those sort of jump-ins should not happen when you have a Weaver and a Beastmaster. I would consider that to be a pretty big problem. I think that he might feel some pressure and maybe a little bit of safety doing it because they have these potential for relocates, either relocating himself out theoretically, but more than likely getting some additional coverage by relocating the Ursa in. But he was completely out of mana when he stunned that AA. It's just like, what's the point of it, you know, at that state of the game?
Quick jump. Monet finds no tail. Seb has the Echo in 15 seconds. As we can see, newly minted, the Aghanim Scepter. So when Sumail does eventually get that item, this is going to really start turning. And he has it. He's got it. All right.
This is the timing. We're there.
God, I feel like...
And he has Essence Ring 2 on the Shaker. That makes this so much better. Because the main problem is that sometimes the Shaker has trouble keeping up with the Morphling. And if he tries to play too close to the Morphling, then the Shaker dies. But Essence Ring, being a core, having the Strength Treads, he has like 2,600 HP right now.
Incredibly hard to kill him.
2,700. My bad.
And I think like this is the big thing is I felt like Aster needed to get more done, but this combo, this timing that comes out with a Morph Shaker, it's just, it feels so impossible to fight against. But we'll see if Aster can do it. They've been playing well so far. They need to just make sure they execute and possibly take out Seb first or find a way to blow up Sumail if he leaves himself open to it. But DD Rune spawns bottom. Oh, man.
We saw that timing, the Thompson had on his items too, and like where he started gold-wise, and look where he is now. Like, they clearly have a very good definition of how they want to play Dota. We discussed this the last time with the OG, but like Thompson has lost a ton of priority in terms of farm. They're giving way more to Sumail and Seb out of his pocket without really impacting the supports too much, which is pretty cool. Except no tail this game because like he's AA, so you know, go dig up some bounties if you want some gold. I don't know. Get your trusty shovel out. Can I get a hit no tail? Oh, let's go. Oh, he got the gold.
Nailed it. Perfect.
That's a good sign. You're gonna win the next team fight whenever you dig up a bounty.
Got it. It's the only way. Sumail, DD still sitting pretty. Gonna just take a punch from Roche for no reason. That's fine. But they have an opportunity to take this fight if they want with the DD. Ursa, BKB done. We're talking about...
Oh, health the Morphling Shard, too.
Oh, yeah.
I love how they just go in and punch Roche and bring him out.
Is this gonna... I mean, I feel like they can kind of just go in and do this. And, like, what do you do if you're Aster at this point? Man, they're gonna send in the Hawk. They're gonna see this. White Album is on the other side of the map. And still not showing up.
That was a little crazy.
Yeah.
He's just teasing them.
Dump, toss back. Success, in some trouble. Now the turn onto Thompson. Trying to jump, trying to go for the kill, but it's not enough. Now White Album jumps in, trying to control, seeing if they can kill him off. They have the fireball down, everything for Seb, and he will eventually fall. And now, Monet, he killed Sumail.
They made some mistakes.
Dead for 60 seconds, no buyback.
He got organized. That zip through was perfectly timed by White Album. And you do not want to fight this right now as Aster. They need to back up a little bit, recuperate, get everything back, because a lot of the tools from OG are gone, and most importantly, the Morphling is too. So just, you know, don't fight them in the pit.
40 seconds
Use
with no
your
Sumail.
heroes. Find the vision.
That's all they need. Suddenly a 5,000 gold lead. And that was
Korak,
supposed to be the moment, but he jumps in and gets caught and gets killed. He has buyback. Time-lapse is back in for the fight. Used a good jump on him, but now if you start losing heroes, this is where things start to look bad. The roar comes out, able to connect. 4X runs in, no buyback for him. White Album tries to take down Seb and will get that finish. So this opens up Roche.
4X is a genius. He wanted to die there for the buyback time lapse in. I mean, it works out because they get the kill on Seb after.
Yeah.
But that was absolutely terrifying. A little bit risky. That's they'll take it.
Relocate. Now they find Saksa, able to catch him. And they find themselves another kill. Monet laughing away at this one. And again, like, think about how much of a difference it makes. Like that Orchid timing, like you were talking about, White Album coming in after having to play, you know, got freaking sick and now is back on the field. That's what you want to see. 8,000 gold lead from Aster.
And you got to imagine the difference between like, I can't play today and I can play today is, it's not that huge. I feel like he's probably, you know, not at 100% quite yet. You know,
I mean,
like obviously he wants to play so badly that I'm sure he was probably just like quite literally not allowed to play yesterday or something.
All right.
Like doctor's orders to like now be in here performing this well is just ridiculous. The dedication.
Well, 7,000 gold lead, and the vision game is where it feels like OG need to be incredibly careful here. Right, these Hawks, it's a death sentence if they find you. Borax spots. All right, some more illusions. They do a lot of damage. Oh my God, he has the time lapse. Run away, Borax. That's for somebody else to try and battle. But this is the combo still. OG, they flubbed it last time, but this is what you're looking for. This is what they built the draft around.
The Ice Climbers are here.
Okay.
And then Popo.
Jump. Finds him when they ran through it. Now it's some trouble. White Album just jumps in and finds for the kill.
Man, Seb is just like, he doesn't have the Manta, you know? Sumail's like, I cannot play Dota without a Manta or a Dispel. And Seb's like, I have to go Blink Eggs. It's my only choice for the team. And it is hurting him greatly. It's not letting Sumail play.
Yeah.
Right? They're not utilizing this combo at all. They're just breaking it up.
Now, you've got this incredibly strong push.
You know, that's also how you beat Ice Climbers. All right, anyway, sorry, continue.
The other thing that I'll mention is, like, you know, Monet has been a pretty standout player in this game, playing on this Ursa. You think back to, like, you know, TI7 time when he was playing with LFY, he was this hot new up-and-coming player and, you know, kind of got eclipsed by a lot of the young superstars out of China, and now finally getting the chance to really show his stuff after a full year and a bit hiatus. This is the player that we were all hoping he could eventually be, and looking pretty good here in this game number 1.
Thompson, Invis here as well.
Looking.
Sentry down, knows he's safe.
And you're going to come after my buddy. Monet's coming for you. Right clicks come through, and they take down Thompson.
That is not worth. Yeah. And that already looks scary because it's like an Ursa with an Aegis, so
Wait,
like...
they're still going. Oh, the jump in though, Seb, he found him. XXS didn't get a chance. Waveform through. White Album pulls back onto Seb. They need to kill him. They need to bring him down. Lanham, they try and jump away, and they will finish him off. Sumail still has some duration left on this one. And they find the bash. Monet, godlike. A haste rune spawns in the river to try and chase down for Sumail.
Yeah, they have the vision
Sumail
too.
has to run.
They know where he's going.
Oh, it's deadly. A very timely haste rune, and Sumail just hoping to get out of dodge. And they will finally manage to escape, it looks like.
Oh, well, you say that. White Album's nearby.
Oh, God. Is he going to find him?
Manta, so no, he's good. He's good.
Okay.
He's out of there.
Jeez.
A little bit scary there, but, you know, Seb, he goes in, he gets that big Echo Slam, but there was still White Album.
Yeah.
He just gets Orchided after. And that's the end. And the real issue is that he's dying so often that he can't progress on his itemization, so he picks up a Ghost Scepter, but that doesn't really solve the problem. I feel like he would have preferred, like, you know, maybe a Lotus, maybe that Lincoln's and he's got queued up, but he got stuck at, like, the little tiny in-between item to see if he can survive a bit longer.
Oh, that's what you need to do at this point, but it's just, I mean, it's really hard. I don't know, I guess that they still need him for that initiation, but I would love the idea of just like him hiding back and, you know, Lane Sumail be the one that goes in, but I mean, he kind of has to be the one to go in, I guess.
And one of the scariest things to have to do in Dota is to buy a gem in this situation. No Tail buys one. They're down 10K right now, but it's been a little bit brutal from the Hawks and everything. So they have to try and get some control back over their own territory and ensure that that zip and that potential for White Album, they need to bring back to, like, bad zip Storm Spirit. Not these good zips using the vision and getting those perfect silences off. And here comes one of those Hawks.
Right in.
It's actually, that's pretty cool that it just dies right to the Ice Vortex, right, with the Shard.
Oh, yeah.
On No Tail. That's a really good tool versus Beastmaster.
Well, and again, the big thing that they've been doing constantly, I think, on OG is trying to sort of ignore Monet while this Aegis is online. And now, the Aegis down, there's an opportunity here. That being said, Monet does have the Abyssal Blade done. He's got BKB. This Ursa is very hard to deal with. 4,000 gold ahead of the Morph. I think the Abyssal Blade is the biggest one. And they also almost have the Agnum Scepter now on the Weaver.
Yeah, if he gets Abyssal, is there anything? Probably, yeah, there's a 4-step on Soxa. And maybe, a potential future one for No Tail, too. I like that decision. I think he has to go for it.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Nullifier then.
Oh, true.
That
That is definitely the way to go, yeah. Wants a Scotty, though. Morphling matchup. That's also fair.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, Monet still rocking the Orbit Corrosion, but it's Aster that are trying to go for the suffocation play, take away their farm, take down objectives, and most importantly for Aster, try and secure that next Roche when it comes up. Still a minute and a half away, and this does give some time for OG to pressure out on the map. This tier 2 tower down bottom gonna take a beat.
Yeah, the Twitch chat goes wild for Aster.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone pleased that they're showing off here. Okay, a few cheers for OG as well. Now, this is our little battle back and forth you see here, but at the top you can see it's much larger for Aster, so.
Wow.
Got more Aster fans here, clearly.
10K. It's the gold differential. 21 to 13. And the storyline, I think, of this game so far has really been just, you know, the failure to execute on this Morph Shaker combo, and Aster really being the ones to play around the strength of Monet and White Album, hitting some very clutch interrupts.
I would envision this as like OG kind of look like a bunch of little kids trying to get a ball into a hoop, and White Album's just like jumping up and slamming them down. Like he's like 7 feet tall, just like smacking big blocks on kids for these huge Orchid plays.
I like that.
Yeah.
But, oh, wait, Topsy. Get some bugs on him. Oh, they know. Jump in. Over to the side. Monet found him. Seb's dead again. And now the chase. Thompson in some trouble. Fusel there. They're going to buy back now on Seb. And that signals Aster walk away. OG, they want to chase. They want something here. I don't think they're going to get it.
Just get Orchided over and over and over again. You think, all right, I'll get myself a Ghost Scepter. Abyssal, dead. It's like, all right, well, there's no winning here, clearly.
What are you going to do?
I love how he's the Abyssal right into the silence, too. Gotta find ourselves a new neutral item here, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, the Mindbreaker. Yeah, that's devastating. There's nowhere to go. But the buyback's certainly going to hurt. I don't know, can Thompson be the one that goes in first? I guess that fight was different because like things got a little bit weird right at the start. They were revealed on a Hawk, and they just like, as soon as they saw Seb, they were like, we can go. But
as long as we stay positive.
Yeah, I don't know. Thompson needs a bit more. He wants this Silver Edge.
Yeah.
He just needs like something else for a little bit more damage. But one of the issues with his game is that he doesn't have the accelerator at all. You know, he has the magic acceleration because, you know, or at least some amplification thanks to the help of the Ancient Seal from the Skywrath Mage. But he doesn't have an Empower, doesn't have a Bloodlust. This is not the same Tiny that we've been seeing in a lot of our matches. There's no Lycan for the Wolf Bite.
Yeah, and as soon as they've sort of crossed that threshold of damage, it means that Thompson's not able to get that immediate elimination. And even when he did, we think about that fight where, you know, took out Lenham right at the start. Monet just turned around and was like, all right, well, I'm going to kill you then. There's nothing left in the tank.
They have a double 4-staff now, though, so harder to get these kills, be it Orchid or Abyssal. Maybe the two supports can help out and save Seb, and he might be able to get like the Regoose play back into the engagement, try and turn things. What we need then at that point for the stack of the team fight and the spells is we need the Aghanim Scepter on the Weaver.
Yes.
Again, another thing that can really break up the flow of a team fight to a large surprise.
But are they going to be able to get this one in time? There's vision around this area, and
Do OG not have sentries?
I mean, I guess not. There's, oh god, he got bashed by Roche, and they go at the same time on Seb. When they tries to get him, go Scepter out. White Album focusing onto one. And it looks like they
Seb's
will
out.
eventually kill Soxa here, most likely. White Album, Avatos down low. They can't get on top of that freaking storm. Soxa down low, and
Seb
will die to
spotted.
the boar. They still can't get it. So they have to buy back. They lose No Tail, but they will kill White Album. Much needed. But now in some trouble. XS gets turned on, gets exploded. Sumail, BKB out, now turning on the Lenham, taking him down as well. Monet, Angry Bear, but the Enrage does it up. He's going against them all on his own. And now the rest of the team buys back, gets in the fight, takes down Sumail to boot.
Yo, let's go,
Monet
Borax.
is the legend, and Borax makes the plays.
He just followed Seb that whole fight. Like, Seb got gone on, as you noticed in the very beginning, and he tried to loop back around up to his own side of the jungle, and Borax just, he got a bug on him in the Roche pit. Again, thanks to that one Hawk, which spotted so much around Roche, and then he just got stalked by Borax, and he couldn't play, right? Like, what are you going to do as an Earthshaker when this happens? So that initial Hawk, as you can see, not spotted, right?
Yeah.
That's what gives them the jump off the bash. Up top, you see them hop onto Seb. And then our first victim here, man, I tell you, invisibility has really been the invincibility today in a lot of our games. But Sumail not able to land that combo, obviously, just a little bit too late. Kind of shows the nerfs that have happened to this build, right, over time.
It's true.
It's not quite as devastating as it was. And as you can see, there's actually pings from Seb. He's pinging his own hero during that, just like, guys, please, help. I can't do anything right now. This Weaver's just on me.
Yeah. Needed that help, and there was nowhere. I mean, the fight had spread out too far by that point. Now, Tier 3 Tower going to get taken down. Aster, after an incredibly disappointing day number 1, are coming in and trying to take down OG, the 2-time TI champions. And they're looking to secure this. OG need to come up with some answers. They've still got Aegis, Cheese on the IO, Refresher on the Weaver. There's going to be at least 2 sets of racks, it looks like, or at least the Tier 3 Tower. No, okay, they're back in. OG, can they punish? Can they chase?
I don't think they can without Seb.
Okay.
I think they'll be happy to go back and get up their neutral items here. Tier 4 available. 38.5 minutes after that big fight. They had more important things to do than farm the jungle. So now they go back and collect these items. We'll get a couple better items here for some of these heroes. I'm looking for Monet specifically. I feel like he doesn't really need the Mindbreaker anymore. So
That's a good point.
best item. Ooh, Penta Edge. That could be kind of hype. Oh, it's like I willed it to be.
Penta Edge is
My
there.
God.
Oh, man. Trickster Cloak coming out as well. OG in the meantime. I mean, again, if they can find that big fight, this is the combo. God, look at that damage differential.
Yeah, and now he has a Penta Edge. They just pass it up to him. Oh, neutral items. Amazing.
All OG need is that one fight, though.
Oh, the
this
Hawk.
is a lineup that can do it, but will it happen?
Now, they still have the gem, but mind you, the AoE's not that large. And it's still on No Tail, which is pretty scary.
Yeah, he gets found at all. He's just donezo. Sumail trying to get towards that butterfly now. Yeah, the fights just feel really tough. Like, they really don't have an answer for Monet. This Ursa pick was been absolutely superb. And now they're trying to herd OG around the map. No Tail didn't get hit with the bugs, can maybe hide away. Oh! X marks the spot again. Borax goes down. That's the play that they needed. They lose Soxa for it though. But can they still take this fight without him? Jumps in, Monet catches onto No Tail. It's Gem on the ground looking for more. They find anybody else looking, jump in. Abyssal Blade turns now into Sumail. Abyssal's one, tries to kill the other, and Sumail falls. Triple kill for Monet. This is the slowest beatdown that we've seen in a while. Doesn't quite manage to find that bash.
Oh my God, it was the tether stun. I could not figure out what happened to Sumail. I was like, what? What just interrupted all that? But the shard, it's so sneaky the way it operates in this specific scenario because like the way that they're trying to jump in there with Sumail and Seb, right? They're essentially doomed to be in that tether.
Yeah,
right? And
true.
it's like breaking up. It's such a like finesse combo. You're trying to get like that perfect wobble situation where they're just like stunned, 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 stunned. But they can't do it. Look at this. Like,
Yeah.
Sag comes in and it's just like,
They both
oh, now
get
you get
stunned out.
Yeah.
I mean, look at for everybody that's been around for a while. Normally we talk about like if you haven't been in Dota for a while, but people might remember this from back in the day. This is the new answer to Morph Shaker. Just get an IO, get a shard.
Just get tether stun apparently.
They end up stunning themselves.
They do the work for you. That's great.
Oh man, what a flub. That one hurts. 41 minutes in, and Aster with a sneaky pickup. But Lenham, this guy's been around forever. He knew what he needed to get. That's amazing.
There's nothing better than the shards that don't give you another button but are really good. You know?
Exactly.
I don't have anything else to worry about right now. Just gonna do my normal stuff.
God, what a play.
Oh, Timeless Relic? Nice.
That's unbelievable.
It's, oh, I don't even know who's gonna want that.
Keep it for IO. Oh, and now Aster, 96% win probability, at least according to Dota 2, but things looking quite good for them with the Aegis still in hand for, well, actually about to be reclaimed. Oh, are OG going to try and hit this timing? They know it. Oh, the BKB though, but the Ghost Scepter. Good reaction. Looking for a secondary stun. Jump in afterwards. Thompson, Ava, toss. A-Blast comes in though, and there's the Echo, but he got stunned again! Monet tries to turn, hoping to do something at all here. They've already lost the Storm, this fight looking okay for OG at the moment.
Sox is still alive somehow.
Looking, chasing, waveform. XXS gets caught, gets chased, still invis, but they get the vision, and eventually they're gonna find the beatdown as they take down 3. This was the fight OG were waiting for.
Io, Storm, and Beastman. Still a giant lead, of course, for Aster. You know, you can't get too far ahead of yourselves, but it proves that there is a chance now for OG. They have an opportunity. And you know that's the case whenever there's Morph Shaker. I believe Thompson's fine here.
Well, we will see. He's thinking about going. I mean, he knew. So
he did not know.
He didn't know about Monet, but he didn't know,
know
about at least the chase down.
He thought Sumail could come in, they could bait his death. Now Sumail, he's the pressure. He wants to try and turn this. There's the overpower onto the Morph. Seb's coming too.
Spirit Vessel already.
Now he can copy the Shaker.
Has to be careful. Borak's in trouble, and Borak's gonna
dropping.
fall. One by one, they're getting a little bit too big for the britches here on the Aster lineup.
Now, they still have a 2 set of racks lead, so that's pretty good, right? You had 2 lanes, always going to be pushing a little bit in your favor on the side of Aster, so like these wipes don't hurt quite as much as when you have this big lead without a racks. But it's all just little stepping stones, right? They're going up the stairs. We're trying to fall back down any stairs throughout the rest of this journey, but it's a steady ascension back to an even game, because the issue is that OG are still in the basement. They got to find themselves in the level ground, which in Europe is 0, and I find that confusing. But it actually makes more sense.
That's true.
When you think about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe the rest of the world could just do that too.
That sounds great.
Probably, and you know what? I say Europe, it's probably the rest of the world and not North America, but we think we're the center of the universe,
Dude,
not
so
just
good.
the world. So
they're unraveling.
Yeah.
You found the moment, and you know who also found the moment? OG here.
And there's the segue.
They have done. I mean, again, this is like the comeback team, right? This is the lineup that's done it time and again. And right now they're putting the game, it feels like, in Sumail's hands. That's sort of been the point of, it feels like their entire group stage. Give him whatever they can.
Wow, they're trying to give Seb level 25 here.
You can see the player comparison for the moment. He has definitely been given the higher priority, but I will say that I feel like White Album has had a couple more of those more standout moments.
Oh yeah, 100%. Sumail is he's slowly getting there. Every item makes it just so much easier for Sumail, right? Because you know it's a struggle with like everything they're playing versus, and Seb's having some itemization issues because he obviously like has a harder time farming compared to the Morphling. He's still struggling to progress past his items. He at least has that Lincoln's now. But Sumail can pick and choose a little bit easier into ways to catch back in. And wow, that is a very late Roche spawn. That is really good news for OG. And the OG fans. This is where you guys need to like make the crowd thing happen.
The cheers.
Because you got a late Roche spawn. I don't know how it works. I haven't looked yet, but I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
An interesting series of events. I will say too now, you know, you've got the Satanic done for the Morph lane. They've got a way to dispel there, multiple ways to dispel. Oh, this could be scary. Jump in, done. No force staff reaction. They can't get there in time. Monet pops the BKB, turns onto Thompson. He's blown up. Has
Instant
to buy
buyback.
back. They know that they need to be here. But again, it's a long Roche spawn.
Wow, I can't believe all these OG fans are dying when they just lost 2 heroes. That's so weird. Like, why are they cheering like crazy? These are really sadistic fans.
Dude, you baited it so hard right there. Oh, man. Well, 18,000 gold. And more importantly, the buyback status that we're sitting at right now. We've got 4 ready for Radiant. Only No Tail available with the buyback. As we get closer and closer to this Roche fight, it's going to determine so much.
Like, who goes in first right now for OG? Like, how do you figure out what's happening over here, you know? This is not an easy situation. They're blind. If you go to their vid, they don't see anything.
Yeah.
You go to the vid on Aster, they see everything. They see like the entirety of the middle of this map.
Uh-oh, Thompson, he gets jumped on right at the start. The BKBs come out and the beatdown commences.
They're just fishing a barrel. Like, that vision's unreal right now.
They see everything. But they don't see Sumail. Sumail looking for the chase down, but instead they found Saksa, able to chase, able to kill. A double now for Monet, looking for another, seeing if you can find a third. And just like that, they take them both down. No buybacks on any of those heroes for OG. They're going to run into the Roche. It's a long spawn, but does that mean they just go up and try and take racks? I think so. Aster forcing out reactions, a heck of a couple of plays.
Now, the Earthshaker, they wouldn't know for sure, right? There was no buyback. They might know because of his items and everything, but they probably don't know. The Tiny they know is not coming back. That one's a guarantee. The Morphling they also wouldn't be sure if he has buyback right now too. He wants to make his way to this fight, but for now, Sumail is indeed under vision, just still hitting agents. So
they're trying to force out any type of reaction, any type of buyback, maybe realizing now that there isn't one, and instead they're going to set their sights on these tier 4 towers. Do you go tier 4s against OG, or do you go for Roche? They're making a decision right now. Will it come back to haunt them? They're dropping down as many of these little dualies over and over again. Sumail backs away.
I think they can end it.
They're trying
30
to.
seconds. They see the speed. They're hitting the buildings.
Turns forward. There's the Ice Blast. It comes down afterwards. Sumail dropping somewhat low. Waveform through. Doing a good chunk of damage. They have buyback on No Tail, but it's only Sumail that's left. Swings, misses. GG called. Aster take game number 1.
Aster. Oh, man. I bet they're just going nuts right now.
That's crazy.
Getting themselves the win.
So I feel like OG should win this. I don't know. But at the same time, how do I bet against Monkey King and Tiny? How do you not take that?
I'll tell you what I see.
What's that?
I see 9 heroes with some sort of a stun.
Okay. So who does?
That's pretty hype.
That is pretty hype.
Just Clinks. It's the only one. All right, I'm counting Overgrowth. All right, guys will just have to deal. And I'm also counting Warstomp.
Okay.
Just, you know, I think that's fair.
Sick. I like it.
So 5 stuns versus 4 stuns, easy Dota.
Easy Dota.
I think Aster just wins.
I think so. Game number 2, Aster just gonna win it. We already called that OG was gonna win it, so take wherever you feel like as we go into this one. And several of the most picked and most banned heroes throughout the entire tournament being made to let through the entire draft phase. I feel like that's a little bit of a flex by OG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like take your Monkey King. Take your Tiny. We don't
see what
care.
We got. You know, obviously you're coming to a tournament expecting those heroes to be on the enemy team potentially, so you want to be ready for them.
Time will tell what ends up happening as we go into this one, and of course one of the big things to watch for will be, can they build up those stacks for Sumail and eventually take them down?
Yeah, we could run you guys through the game plan. If you missed that game, pretty much OG are extremely keen on getting as many ancient stacks as you can imagine for a Maelstrom rushed Clinks. And that's really all there is to it. And the way that they accelerate this Clinks is unlike anyone else at the tournament in terms of like how much they're dumping into their position 1. His XP is just absolutely out of control, and he just scales very, very quickly. Now, we didn't even get a chance to talk about this because it just kind of happened snap pick at the end of the draft, but a Dragon Knight coming out this late, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not a hero that is getting a whole lot of love these days.
No, but I think it fulfills very much the same role that it did that made it so strong before, which was that like point, click, stun, and just get it done. And also a hero that very rarely is going to lose the lane and end up in a terrible position. That being said, there is some danger with the Lina. Lina, a hero that can put on a ton of hurt, particularly if, things get a little bit too far forward, but I would imagine Thompson will be fine here.
Looks like he's 2-3 so far at TI.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 wins coming from Elephant and IG. All right.
Sorry, friend.
We'll see. Yeah, I think they just need like the jump in stun, right? This way, the Tide obviously is gonna have a very hard time going in first because it's a support Tide, pretty unlikely to be itemized towards a Blink Dagger on the earlier part of this game. So Thompson's job will be to go in there, garner some vision for the squad, can also of course capitalize on the vision potentially of the Beastmaster to just get like straight up good initiations to lead into easy kills. But sometimes you got to go in a little bit blind, and DK is a great hero for that.
Particularly, you just pop that ulti, you've got the range that you need. It sort of feels like what we saw from the Legion commanders recently as well.
Yeah. And particularly when you have this persona.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Gives you strength.
Totally. Praise the moon of Mayne, as Lacoste says.
Oh man, I need some Mirana games. I didn't hear that spammed. That's a worthwhile investment.
Sing-song voice, yeah, it's rough. So at least now we've talked some about the Monkey King in the support role. Seeing it go up against a Tidehunter, kind of interesting there. I mean, there is a lot of potential for damage, but he's already used his Boundless Strike, dodges some of that damage with the Mischief, but will need to retreat away. I think he dodged both projectiles, with the Gush and the right-click from Sumail at the same time.
Damn.
That was cool.
I will say the Monkey King feels pretty good. We talked about an Ogre as a support, and that was one of the heroes that, like, even when the Monkey King support was bad, you could get away with it, just because of, like, how Ogre wants to play and trade in the lane. And I think the support Tide you can get a lot of that same value with, but in this case, only when the Clinks isn't sitting there ready to also contribute, obviously, because with some minus armor, you know, you don't really want to mess with the Tide too much if Clinks is helping you.
Absolutely. It can be very painful. And those right clicks that come through, they just hit that much harder. White Album now going to push the wave underneath the DK's tower, and looks like it's going to force out a couple of missed hits there maybe. But nonetheless, one thing that I feel like we've seen as a struggle over the past couple of days has been Lina's and the inability to make rotations happen and find secure kills pretty easily. As Soxa going to take some extra damage there, push back, Lina, some trouble, pulled away. Right clicks won't be enough to force down that Treant Protector. But that's something that I'm maybe a little bit concerned about.
Yeah.
If they can actually sort of connect for kills with the Lina.
I guess ever since that item build of just like straight up Yules has gone out of favor, it's felt like a struggle. You know, it used to feel so simple. You just grabbed a rune, went, tossed something up, they just died.
Yeah, a little longer.
But everyone wants to abuse the ridiculous right click she can have because, you know, in some of the theory crafting Dota, of course, she can be one of the best carries in the entire game.
Right.
When you do purchase up those big damage items, and so leading from the bots and the BKB lets you go into that path so much sooner than like some crazy late game like 90-minute transition or something, right?
Yeah. Well, and of course, then the only big problem that you ran into is like who's actually making moves on the map, and is anybody able to do anything, or is it just like sit back and AFK farm time? Which, based upon OG's lineup, I don't think that they're going to allow him to do that. That's the other good thing about this DK is Lent's going to get pulled back in.
Bottom lane as well.
All the trees. Borax gets the first blood on a no-tail, but on the other side, OG able to claim one in exchange. So a one-for-one trade across the maps.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, while this Tide's gone, now Borax gets the moment to just like run him down, get the Jingu stacks, trade a little bit back there too. And very big win for them down bottom to grab that kill. And then also all that punishment there. Now, this Courier, no chance of dying too, so the boots will be delivered to Borax. That changes your game completely as support Monkey King, right? Like, doubles your effectiveness, basically, if you have boots and the enemy support doesn't.
Super annoying to play against. It makes it that much harder for No Tail here.
He's got 50 MS over. He's just like, straight up just going to jump all over him. You think Monkey, like, without the boots, has done a lot? But Borax, he really values this early.
They're going on to Sumail. Oh, good slowdown there. That was needed. Instead, they turn their sights on to No Tail. Needs one more hit. Builds up that region. Borax, dodges it.
That was so good.
Yo, Mischief's still pretty good.
So now, after this game, every Monkey King's going to start buying brown boots, by the way. They all don't buy it. And all it takes is one game from Boboka, and they'll be like, oh, is this the build? Am I supposed to buy boots? We got like 40-minute monkeys with no boots right now.
Monet, gotta run away. Tree armor, keeping them survivable, though.
Real talk, though, it's all about what support you're versus. So
okay.
I think that this is why it's so valuable here. I think it's an excellent read. It's a heavy investment, right? That's a lot of gold for a support player. Sumail down bottom. He's almost dead. He is dead.
Says again.
Whoa. You know,
it's the move.
This ain't your grandpa's Doom, all right? This guy's got phase boots and ring of protection. He has armor, all right? Common misconception. This guy, he's back in the armor department. A couple of those, you know, literally unkillable patches later. Hero's very scary.
He's incredibly strong. Doom is one of those heroes, too, that, like, you know, if you get off to that hot start, and particularly like make these kills happen before level 6. It's gonna be deadly. Some trouble. Well, they make the rotation over, but the tree armor again.
You need this kill, man.
Dude, making the moves. The haste rune, they're trying to find this finish. White Album does a little juke, hide around, land him. Laguna Blade comes out, gives him the high five, and then the stun. The follow-up chase down. Wants to get him, but can't quite.
And it, man, that haste rune.
Yeah.
So close to running out, too. That ends just a moment sooner. He gets caught there.
Oh, not going to be able to get it. But yeah, I'm still looking at this OG lineup and seeing the potential for ramp up and how quickly they can take down towers. But so far, Aster looking good and even going to doom down bottom. XXS just runs him down under the tower.
Early free kill with Doom, all right. And that Midas is getting pretty close here, about 1,000 gold away.
Thompson? I mean, I guess that he's fine.
Yeah, he's just trading lanes with Sumail. Sumail can now play a little bit closer to the Ancients and just be a bit safer in this mid lane, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, something was needed because
Courier
couldn't be there anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want boots, Thompson? Because those are gone now.
Not going to happen.
No.
Get going. But the stun. White Album.
Yo, Aster.
Aster,
Another big lead early. 5-1 on the kills and a scared Thompson. I mean, huddling under the tower.
This is scary. This is a real big problem. OG, not where they want to be here in the opening of day 2 groups. Like, I don't know. You end up losing 0-2 to Aster. Suddenly, you start to, like, it was looking easy peasy for them. But there's some danger about, like, you know, having to go in through the lower bracket.
Well, the key for them now will be finding this ramp-up strategy that they've had with the Clinks here. Sumail, oh, he can't even get the stack off right now, actually.
I mean, that's still a lot of gold for him, though.
Yeah.
If we're going to be honest.
He's a little bit too busy with these camps, waiting for the next barrage. Can't handle the Ancients at the same time. And he is close to Maelstrom, so soon.
Oh, is Bobica going to scout these out? Borax moving around this area.
Oh, is he going to do the ward? Oh, he doesn't have it.
Yeah, so
now look at this XP split, though.
Yeah, if he can get some of that on the Monkey King.
Oh, he cut him.
All right, well, I think Borax should be fine. Oh, no, he's in
TP
trouble.
In, dude.
Now, Boundless Strike. Does he get it? Oh, it hits on all the creeps, too. Wait a minute. He might just kill Sumail. Bobica trying to find the finish here, but the slowdown comes in.
No, please don't die after all this.
Oh, man. They try and bring him down. Eventually, they will.
That was going to be the sickest highlight ever.
That would have been so amazing.
This guy's brain is a little too big. It started swelling.
I mean, they need to bring in No-Tail to help out. No-Tail's the same level as Sumail. That's not a good thing.
No,
for,
it's really
OG.
not.
Wow.
This dude's saddest farm I've ever seen.
He's tangoing. Like, what?
Just like, you guys look how barrage this thing at. Like, please give me a Maelstrom. Nice. Ocean Heart. Now let's go sit in the river.
Oh.
What is a boy to do? Well, his teammates are going to go up top and pressure this tower. Dragon form from Thompson. Counter pressure on the bottom lane. It's only one hero. It's XXS, so that's a bit of a win for Aster. It's only a win, though, if they actually do something about this triple siege. And with their Train Protector, you hate losing towers, but this one's gone. And a Hawk was spawning on him. I think he's gone, though.
Yeah, he's just going to walk away from that one. In the mid lane, they were able to take the tier 1 tower also. So White Album making action happen. Again, like the biggest comeback. Freaking Michael Jordan moment. Flu-like symptoms. Coming back and saving the day for Aster.
Well, there you go. Monet, though, does eventually get the tower for himself. So, very well done.
10 minutes. 2,000 gold lead. Aster trying to control this side of the map. OG. Thompson is sort of inhabiting that like Beastmaster-esque role of keeping this lane pushed out, where Seb is the actual Beastmaster hiding away. You okay there?
Yeah. You know, they have a Beastmaster, so it's cool, bud.
No, I mean,
Seb's like, I got this one, guys.
Thompson's like, I want to do it for a little bit. I want to play DK. Who wants to play DK?
I don't know how fast they clicked it, or how fast they clicked it. Clearly, he did.
That's true.
He's into it. So back towards the mid tower. Seb is going to wrap from the jungle. They actually planted this ward on their first attempt on the tower when they tried to dive onto the Lina, and it's been sitting there the whole time, giving them lots of good vision around it. So they know there's not a lot of defense currently planted here. The heroes now arrive. There is a Doom. And another great cut.
Dude, they saw him jump into that tree. Whoa. Oh, the bait. It was all a bait. Yep. It was a ploy. They jump in. The Ravage connects onto all 5 heroes. And that might stop this. Yeah. I mean, Aster keeps their tower alive.
I feel like I'm okay with that trade. Support ultis.
Yeah.
All that matters is saving this tower, though. With the living armor, it is maxed right now. You do not want to lose your mid tower at 11 minutes. You can't. There's no way.
All right.
Don't let it happen.
Win for Aster. They hold on. Oh, but if they all spread out again and then OG just walk into the mid and take it, that'd be really sad.
Well, they have the ward, right? So they're going to know if they do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the main issue. And Thompson is just not giving up.
Dude, look at this. I mean, everybody TP'd before, so he can actually kind of like pressure this here. And White Album Monet looking for a fight over to the side here. Seb gets it. Lift, roar, jump. Blown up. White Album caught by Seb, and Thompson not giving up, has a DD now. Somebody needs to come to address this. They're coming for you. Drops down the spray. And dude, all those heroes that TP'd in and they come in and take it back like this, that can't happen as Aster. Oh man. But Sumail? Uh-oh. There's a Doom. Does he have dust? Nothing.
Everybody gets one. Right?
Yeah.
Next time he'll have dust. That's the lesson you learn. Stick, not worth it. Dust, worth it.
Every time. Blink Dagger done for DK now. It's definitely a push lineup from OG. And they need to keep the pressure on. You got Beastmaster. You got DK Beastmaster. You get my point there. Okay, it's fine. Just gonna move on.
The tiniest cheer for OG there. My crowd. It's like, yay, the tower, we did it. Took 3 tries, but it's gone.
But yeah, this is, I mean, kind of I guess, inflection point in the game, it feels like. As Aster, like, do you just sort of keep staying back and farming? Like, do you need to try and make an aggressive move themselves? They've got this Doom that's, like, incredibly stacked up. Top net worth by a pretty wide margin.
I think you're all right, just chilling a little bit because you have this timing of the Lina that you're mostly playing for, right?
Okay.
So that's what we want to opt towards, is wait for that BKB to be the main issue. And I mean, Shadowblade on Tiny also, you know, it's going to appear sooner rather than later because it's going to be very active on these waves.
Sumail. Chase. Ravage, though. Oh, no.
Nice
they get him again.
Ravage.
Unreal by OG.
That was a big rotation, so if they only got the kill on Borax, that doesn't feel that great, but they're going to turn this into something else. They have a Solar Crest. They go right into the Roche pit.
This is really nice by OG.
Can you imagine if Sumail died from this because they decided to fight, though? He is so low.
Yeah,
300 HP.
No monkey. And they don't have great vision in the area either, so OG, they're going to get this freebie. Impressive showing.
It's so important to turn those little ultis like that, you know, like save your carry, kill support, but actually do something. Like, there's been discussions, like, you've seen a lot of the games today. When I check back on the final totals, the team with more kills is just losing games.
Yeah.
Because these situations are happening where, like, the kills don't matter as much because people are more willing to, like, kind of roam around as 5 or even position 4 and just throw away their body to, like, get good vision, get maybe, like, D-ward a ward sometimes even.
Right.
Just do something for the team and give their 1 and their 2 a lot of space to farm on the map. You know, you try and do that as Bobica. They're going for a little bit of a risky attempt on the kill that could have paid off big. That risk reward seemed okay, but they got punished very hard by just losing that Roche for nothing.
Well, and I think that felt like almost a planned execution by OG, right? Like, put your heroes in a position on the map where it's like, okay, if they go and gank Sumail, we're going to rotate as everybody to respond. But he's on the side of the map where Roche is.
Yeah, where something actually happens if we do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's some cool stuff going on there. And, oh, don't look now. Hello, hello. Thompson jumps forward, blinks, finds the stun, but there's no follow-up afterwards. White Album gonna get that Laguna Blade out, trying to bring down Thompson. The tree armor, it's not enough. So that's Aegis down in exchange for the Lina. OG. They find themselves a pretty good pick there.
Those axes, they just barely missed Borax.
They're going to try and keep this tower alive, but OG, They got something to say about it. Oh, they missed the tree again. It's got to bounce around everywhere here. The wrap coming from the Doom again for a round 2. Geeking ultimate down. There's the overgrowth afterwards. XXS moving into position. Thompson trying to back away. But this Doom got his sight set.
They don't want to doom him. They don't want to waste it.
To that DK, and a good breathe fire through onto all. But they will eventually connect, and now the chase down. Able to connect onto No Tail. He falls as well, and XXS barely living through this one. 65 HP does get brought down by Soxa on Borax. But nonetheless, things getting very close here.
Yeah, that certainly could have been worse. Now they want to use that ward that Bubka dropped down during that fight to try and capitalize onto Seb.
Yet again, pulls him in. ABBA, toss, done. Can White Album find another? Thought about it, but it's a bit dangerous.
8-6, big wins here. Kills on the Lina and the Doom to pump up their net worth. And Soxa trying to hang around and be a bit cheeky here with the Dragon Slave and the Fade Bolt. Wants to catch this next wave and actually wants to catch Alina on it. No Tail's coming too.
Up top,
she's keeping up her movement speed though with the LSA drop down. Means it's not available for a defensive stun, but it keeps her moving fast. Caught once.
Pulled back. No Tail. Looking, TP away. Is it enough? No. No Tail. Gets the finish there. And another death onto White Album.
Thought he'd play there by like TV right away. Force Ravage might even still get out after.
Yeah.
Potentially, but Clinks being there is just no way that you're going to survive there. Now No Tail, excellent D-ward there. Kind of knew where that play came from. They killed Seb. They likely had vision. And he indeed was correct. So very interesting to watch OG just go right back for this Beastmaster, which of course they loved so much on this team for a long time. And after seeing that last game, I'm sure thought things like, you know what, I bet their game was a lot easier with all that vision.
Thompson jumped, doomed, in some trouble. ABBA toss, Ravage interrupting, trying to take it onto 3. Mute is there though, and the chase down will continue. They get one, can they find any more? Taking couriers down even. No Tail gets jumped on. Sumail decides to turn to fight, but Borax just gets obliterated. It was way too much damage. Now, one thing to watch for, White Album is moving into the area and has a bottled DD.
The Faye grenade. He's tracked. They know.
Thinking on him. Sumail's right on top of him. The wrap is coming. Sumail has to be careful here. He's getting trapped on. They scan, they catch him, and there it is, the DD out. Sumail stepped too far and ends up getting punished. Now Soxa getting chased as well. He's gonna go for the toss play. Nicely done to throw in XXS. And OG just getting a little bit too far forward.
Soxa even just accepting his fate there by Faye bolting the creep wave.
Yeah,
I'm dead. Go for some last hits though, if I could please. So that 3x kill streak that he had too, that's just been passed over to Monet. So Monet now second on the net worth by 200 gold over top of Sumail, and the big winner, the breadwinner as it were, for Aster, XXS. Stacking it up too. Yeah, he is quite giant. Even for a Doom, he's up there right now. Thinking about going for the Shivas. Help the team out versus this Clinks. I think right now the Ravages haven't looked that frightening. Obviously to support Tide, but like mostly I'm thinking the actual combinations, like things that you can do during the Ravage. I feel like they're getting really big Ravages, and then they all get unstunned. Like the axes flew through them all, and I was like, whoa, woo, scary. But they need Clinks, right? They need the big damage. They need a barrage comboed up with this Ravage before they get the big guns.
And it's almost maybe like a type of situation where you might have to play some like the old Clinks, where you go for like a pick off first on the little side initiation thing with a Beastmaster or what have you, because he is all of their damage. And the unfortunate problem with this is that if he shows, XXS, he's got a target. There's only one he needs to hit really. So 8-7, it's 5,000 gold lead. And OG stuck waiting to get in towards the next Roche. Going for that Scotty next.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
God, the Tumbler's toy. It's just
gotta keep up your speed,
The noise is just so out of place.
There's quite the difference. I mean, typical to OG, the camps being stacked quite heavily for themselves. Well known for that as a general. It's our keystone to how they want to play.
That is the type of play together energy. Also, you tend to see a lot of assists come out from them, but this game at the very least, They're going to go for a quick pickoff here. White Album would be a great target, but they don't feel comfortable going up the ramp. Even with the Hawk, it's a little bit scary.
Inching away here.
I know. They're waiting for an opening. I mean, how many times have we seen these fights from OG right in this area, and they just go terribly around?
This tower, it's going to be max HP.
This could be bad. XXS spots him right at the start. Looking for it, gets the Doom off, in some trouble, overgrowth afterwards. The rest of the team's TPing in, but they won't save him. He's done.
XXS going to grab the kill in the end. Not a great steal. I don't know, it depends. I guess in this game, it actually is pretty good for Soxa.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to think of like these
Dire's top tower
these
is
big
under
like
attack.
fight-turning spells, but in the way that they have to play right now, the tree dance is pretty nice to have. Oh, hello.
I see you're on a tree as well.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He's just coming back. This is a long. He knows there's no boundless strike, but this is still kind of scary.
Oh, they got him though. Oh, he
No,
jumps
they
down.
have the Ravage, dude. No Tail's just in.
He's backing out now. Monet. Gonna Shadow Blade back out of there. Drops down the Sentry Ward.
Oh, that ward though. Spots Thompson's rotation through, so they're just out of there. And they still have the backable White Album back here.
Yeah. Good play. So another instance of Aster pulling OG around the map a little bit.
Dire are scanning.
I'm unclear what the game plan is now for OG. Like, it still feels like it's the same type of thing, which is just get Clinks huge. But it's not, like, we're not seeing that acceleration. They haven't been able to do it as well.
He has spent a lot of time trying to get to fights.
Yeah.
And trying to... feels like fights are happening, and he's just like running his way there. By the time he gets there, it's
this
over.
as another Avatos and dead. Tops. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Have I spoken too soon? Thompson backing out of there. Oh, and he eventually burns down. And then the big jump in for Borax hits him, jumps the other tree, gets off the Wukong's command.
Sumail threw 2 right clicks on heroes and then hit a neutral camp during that fight after running the whole way there. That's kind of been his experience this game. The need to be there as a threat, but then his allies still die.
And now the break, the chase, the kill. Aster just running circles around OG right now.
Ownage indeed. And now XXS chasing with the vision from the Shiva's Guard. Get out of the trees.
Soxa, he knows right where he is. Gonna connect. The TP animation even finishes off basically there. Everybody dying all across the map. OG just don't have an answer. They haven't for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and Sumail's just not even sure what to do. He's running around the mid lane here, gonna try and clear out this wave and maybe think about invising towards their Ancients. I feel like he knows that that's the part of the map where they're not playing right now.
Right.
Because his own Ancients are just gone.
There's no chance for him to sort of start stacking stuff up there. Seb reveals himself.
I'm gonna start a fight. They've ultied on the DK. They got to engage.
This is not gonna work. There's no way this is good. Sumail trying to run away. Lanham taking some good damage, but the root is out. Monet, Ava, toss. Thompson wanted to go for the stun. They still managed to kill in the duration of Monet being stunned. BKB from White Album. They back away. And nothing left here for OG. They've got to find a way to make Sumail like have the damage he needs, and it's just not happening.
They actually just can't find a play. They keep trying. And, you know, last game we credited a lot of that to the Hawks and the vision that Aster had that allowed them to sort of play this style of them being ahead, feeling like they're in control of the match, and that OG are struggling to really make the moves. Well, OG have the Beastmaster, they have the Hawks, and they still can't get anywhere. Because, again, Aster have chosen a different route for their vision. They've got this Bovica Monkey King, and he's really helping them in that regard with not only like the actual tree dance vision itself, but the placements that he can get on these wards have been pretty sneaky throughout the game.
True.
Right now, he probably has a few stacked up, because I don't see many wards down on the map for them right now. And I got a couple of them killing on trees, or chilling on trees, so I'd like to see a couple more wards out here from Borax as we prep for this Eggs Shard Roche.
Well, the game has slowly but steadily continued to favor Aster, and Doom now has been at top of the net worth for a very long time, going towards that refresher next. And do we see any move? OG, they're gonna smoke up and getting ready to head in for this fight around the Roche pit.
Trying to kill a Hawk with the Boundless Strike. No-Tail looking for a potential 4-staff Ravage, but needs to make sure the allies are there to follow up.
A little bit.
Seb might lose the smoke here with the Invis Tiny.
Oh, blinks down.
Vision? Do they have any vision?
They don't. They have nothing. They see Seb. Reveals himself now. Jump in. Hoof stomp. Able to connect. Roar is out. So you have buyback if he ends up going down. There's the No-Tail Ravage. It comes out. It connects. They have the buyback on the Rubik. White Album going to retreat away, but they're saving the buyback on the Doom.
Interesting.
So no Tidehunter. I think that they don't want to buy back if they don't have to. And stun out. There's the buyback. Now he's going to come into this fight. Able to get the stun there. The boundless strike onto Sumail. Controlled, rooted, in some trouble. The jump forward, the catch, and the kill. Thompson going to fall. And now they find the Beastmaster. Lift up afterwards, though. Coming from Soxa, trying to buy a little bit of space. But it is all for naught. As Aster stream into the Roche pit. Win the fight. And now going to claim the prize.
Kind of felt like they just weren't respecting Monet there. Or, I mean, they just felt like any sentry they placed just gets destroyed, but I mean, they didn't know. Tiny's just lurking there. Invis, and how are you going to get a good fight when that happens?
Maybe they thought that he didn't have buyback, too, on the Doom, potentially.
Yeah, maybe.
But regardless, Aster take full advantage here. And now 15,000 gold lead. With the Aegis in hand, Sumail going back to finish off these Ancients. Hoping to salvage something.
Yeah.
It's like literally it.
And of course, another Invis tool upgraded here with the White Album Silver Edge available, which is just bad news for No-Tail again, as now we'll have one on both the Tiny and the Lina. And, you know, a Doom. So Ravages, just let them rip at this point if you're tied. Just hope you get it off, right?
Go.
Just mash that R key as fast as you can.
Just Ravage right now. Maybe he'll hit him. Why not? Oh, it's not cool down. That's why.
And just like last game, far down at the 25-ish minute mark last time, I believe, when they did the same play. No-Tail had to buy a gem, so he purchases one once more. That means that one death is just going to cost you so much more, but you have to find some way to know what they're up to. In this case, you just got to get rid of their sentries so you can keep some on the map to stop these invis initiations.
It's so devastating if you just can't move out and have any vision on the map. And I will say that this Aster lineup, I mean, props to coming in with a plan. They've done great. Oh my god, and they caught him again. Sumail trying to back away. No-Tail taking the brunt of the right clicks, will eventually fall. Now, can they get out of here with them? They get the vision, LSA. Barely getting home. TP to the tower. Oh man. I will mention that things have, there's been a few less chat wheels I've been noticing over the past couple of minutes here.
Very interesting.
I don't know how that happened.
Monet's been on it. He's still chat wheeling, so it's
That's
fine.
true.
He's got it covered. He's making up for them.
9-22. What a game from Aster. This Doom looks really good. I wonder if this hero's going to, like, with more 4 Protect 1, I actually really like the idea of it sort of taking off a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Radiant's top tower
you could just eliminate this one giant hero, especially the way that OG specifically have been trying to play this. Like, they're even a little bit more balanced, I would say, this game than usual. But maybe that's just because Sumail's so much further down. You kind of expect him to be at like 22 or something right now.
Right.
Not so much 15K.
True enough.
Radiant's structures
Well, they're going to start walking up and hitting that tier 3 tower. You can see the comparison here.
Yep.
Very much so far, still all of the bulk of the damage on Sumail, but it's just from so many different places on Aster, it feels like. You get a ton from Monet, ton from White Album, XXS as well.
And you can't beat that building damage. Ooh, 4-staff in. Trying to get a little bit of a punish there, but Lotus help protect. And Monet can just go back to hitting towers. He has 2 minutes of Aegis, so.
They're just splitting with Sumail. He is not here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll back away for a moment. And as we approach this 30-minute mark, just past it, Bounty Rune's going to be claimed. It does appear that Aster are going to play it a little bit safer, go for a smoke play, get the rune, head out.
Pretty much a defensive smoke here, just to give themselves a little bit of a boost out. And, you know, if there are wards in this area, not necessarily let OG know where they're off to, because this is a classic example of when your enemy wants to smoke on the Radiant. Like, they're even gonna smoke, I think.
Oh my god, they found him.
Oh, that's
Sumail,
bad.
he's done.
Best case scenario right here.
Wow.
He is fast, though.
They chase down.
Not fast enough.
Not even close. Wait, a fight though brewing. Over in the jungle,
They don't
tried
want
to
it
get
anymore.
over. Yeah, they got to run away. They're going to take the outpost away. Aster, no mercy.
They are crushing them, these 2 games. They have OG's number. I don't know who was doing the study up or whatever, but this is clear domination coming out from Team Aster.
Game number 1, it looked at moments like it could have gone either way, but Aster came out with the victory. Game number 2, not particularly close.
TI winners, T Masters.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that must be what it is.
Stun. Still, the tree armor is there. Monet does not appear to care. Has the BKB ready if things get a little bit too dicey. 25 seconds left on this Aegis. OG, if they could, would love to be able to find a kill on this right as that Aegis is about to expire, but Aster not going to give him that opportunity.
I feel like they're the kind of team right now, like they have so much confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if they just held high ground there and went for a fight. But they have a ward down. They're actually spotting this movement in from Seb and Tops. If they want to go back and engage,
But now they're walking
they have
their
a chance.
ward.
Did they just smoke under the ward?
They did.
They de-warded it first, though, to be fair.
I mean, OG have a ward over in this area where Aster are running away from. So that will be a retreat. White Album on the other side of the map. Do they hold this high ground here? You can see right now the Bobica movement has just been all over this place. The whole freaking map, basically.
You know, his name should change to Double Doom when you hit a refresher.
Okay.
Because he's no longer just Doom.
Yeah, that's right. I like that.
It is there. It's ready. And Aster just very chill. A little bit like, you know, flowchart Dota. They're going through their list here. They know that once you complete this, you move on to this, you follow the little arrows, and you just do exactly what you're supposed to. And eventually you'll win the game of Dota. Now, mind you, OG are the masters of sowing some sort of confusion and, you know, and some conflict into that initial plan. They want to get out there, maybe cut a creep wave. Or for some reason, 4 of them are like in your triangle, but you never expected it. That's the kind of stuff that they're up to. They're going to need like 8 of those plays to come back into this game.
But if there's a way,
Yep.
they'll find it. We'll see, though, if it actually ends up happening. Oh, Sumail. Oh. Oh, my God. Wait, do they have a gem?
They have a lot of heroes.
Trying to bring him down to have it, though. Oh, man, and XXS gets the stomp. Will eventually die. But it's going to come at the price of Sumail's life as he gets jumped on and taken down. But they did get the Doom.
Wasn't a trade, unfortunately, though. And the fact that it's Clinks being gone is
That one hurts.
pretty serious issue for all OG. I can't believe that Dota Plus them at 23. Actually, their percentage went up. Has them at 25% chance to win.
Really?
That is way too high. I don't know Dota Plus.
That's
I
crazy.
24 now. I can't say I agree with that one.
They must think that Clinks is just really good at or the, like, I don't know, Tiny's really bad or something. I don't know what's going on there with Dota Plus, but they must know something we don't, because this looks very good for Aster. 21,000 gold.
Yeah, and you see Monet 509. Like, now he's a blink.
Yeah.
So, much easier to play your game as Tiny. You're not as reliant on your allies. And when OG is going to wind up in a situation where they're like cutting waves and going out, making individual plays around the map, the Blink Dagger is going to allow Monet to catch out some of these plays, but at the same time, move around the map a little bit faster to try and counteract those concepts.
So the pressure next, likely to come in just each of the lanes and then down the mid one from Aster. But of course, got to wait for that Doom before you can really make a concerted effort, as it's a little bit scary going in without the Doom, even with the Clinks dead. Like, if you get isolated, it's still a Beastmaster roar into just a whole bunch of pain. And anything else that really has changed the game state yet? I don't think so.
No, not really.
Yeah. Trying to go for a Shadow Blade for Seb.
Everyone's kind of just walking around.
All right, we got 2.5 minutes left on this Roche respawn here. And OG, again, on the verge. Things go poorly. Dropping down 2-0. And are they going to find anybody here? Monet stalking, thinking about going. Is it a bait, though? Thompson reveals himself. There's the break right at the start. And the jump out, but the pull away.
Oh, that's a defensive ravage, though.
Yeah.
That does not feel good.
I think that was a shard pullout coming from the Rubik. But not a bad way to sort of deal with that Monkey King, in fact. I actually think that that might be, I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, the pullout is good.
Difference.
Yeah, 100%.
Lift, no tail, tries to back away. Tree armor not going to be enough to keep him alive.
Just that tree just smacking him.
Yeah. The living armor stolen by Sox is good, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Trying to keep this tower alive, trying to keep his allies alive, but Monet just hits too hard. And with Doom in tow, Aster ready to assault high ground, even before they end up coming in with the Aegis. So they're going to take that tier 2 and now back up, hold this high ground here. Man, what's the play for OG? Like, I honestly don't know where the hell you go at this point.
You need to look for deeper vision, right? We need to find some way to get the Hawks in solid spots and maybe utilize some smokes just for good wards to play around the Roche pit. I would say stalling out at this point to where the Roche is now returning without losing your racks is a win for OG.
Okay.
Sure, the net worth is still escalating in Aster's favor, but it's not at a place where it has really changed that much of the percentages in terms of you winning the fights. We're moving like 3 or 4 points, but if you lose one of these fights, you know, suddenly you're at like a 5% chance to win this game or something, especially if it's any fight near the actual Roche pit. So Aster in response, they've moved near the Roche pit where one would expect them to prep and set for it, and they're just smoking up. They're just waiting until OG shows someone.
Well, OG, they're going to show bottom. And obviously still no Lincolns online at all for any of these heroes. The TP.
Oh, no.
Mass
oh,
TP.
no.
And they'll catch one.
Nice wait. No panic there from Bubblecow because he had the vision on the Rubik and he just kind of sat there like, no, I'm clicking him. He's fine. He's not going to get out.
Roche responds. Everybody should know that this is online now because of the timing of it came super late. And Aster, do they try and force the issue here? Ooh, White Album.
Oh, that's the kind of kill they need. There's a blink on Seb, but it's not enough distance.
That would have been huge.
Yeah, I mean, he has the Lincolns, right? So what can he actually do?
He would have had to like force or something first. It's no tail with the force though.
Yeah. They actually don't have an answer to those two heroes.
No.
That's a problem.
No, it's a big
He needs like a neutral item.
The big problem, Monet gonna go in and just get this one for free. So they won't head on in to the pit, take it on down here. Even gonna drop the Wukong's command just in case anybody from the side of OG shows up. But this game, and again, this just sort of turnaround, playing with your players, you know, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it turns out, you know, the ones that you've been scrimming with and practicing with and spending an entire TBC season with tend to gel together a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know what's not gelling with me this game?
What's that?
This snap pick DK Thompson that they made look like it was just the bee's knees. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we knew you guys were gonna take that tiny. We wanted Thompson on the DK.
Yeah, it was weird. It just, like...
It got the towers. I think it did help versus the tree, right? Because that makes sense. Is that you're trying to knock down some of these earlier towers, but the ones that really mattered, they weren't able to knock down very easily.
It felt like the game was lost over by the Dire Outpost over and over again. There were so many fights that happened there. Now, granted, this one's not completely over, but it is so difficult for OG to win this. They're going to have to win like 3 fights, and you know that's basically going to pull them back even.
And there's still so many items that they want. Sumail wanting this Lincoln Sphere, trying to keep himself safe from the Doom. Of course, he might just Doom you again. You never know.
True. Invis.
Sumail's just trying to find some farm here, but at what cost?
So many Shadow Blades, and it's not going to be enough. The Doom gets off. The Lotus won't be enough to keep him alive. As oh wait, the pull off to the side, not going to be enough. And it's White Album chasing. Seb also in some trouble. Tosses off to the side. Lanham getting involved with the tree toss into the tree toss with the tiny and the tiny. It was pretty well played.
Feels like OG are just constantly attempting. I mean, they said that stay positive. Eventually, we'll win. Maybe that's gonna work. I think Aster probably feeling pretty positive right now with how this game's going, and the replay there just. He doesn't feel like he has a choice. And good Lotus, right? Excellently done there to help protect himself going in there on the Doom.
And one last round potentially. We'll see as they go on in, set their sights towards high ground. No Tail thinking about it. Gets doomed. Oh, it was the second one, and he might even have another in a moment. As does still have that refresher shard in the backpack, but no Ravage, no buyback. Aster,
he wants it.
Streaming in and ready to go. They get buyback just now from No Tail.
Get the tide again.
Looking for it, hoping for it. Thompson is out there. There's the refresher shard. Immediately out with the Ravage, but to no avail. Where is the follow-up damage? OG don't have it. With no clinks, there is no game. And with no game, you best call GG. As Aster take down the two-time defending champions in a moment here, because I don't care how much you buy back on the DK and the Rubik, they're not going to stop these guys. Eyes on the prize. Aster finished this one off and take it down in the end. Incredible play from this team. They take them down 2-0. That's insane.
They just broke so many predictions for the day.
That's crazy.
Even after